more advertisement in. We're really poor. I'm trying to, I'm trying to make some money, and OnlyFans doesn't want me. We are the barely internationally tolerated Rotten Potahoes, here to talk about episode 1 of All Stars, number 7. Everybody's a winner. That means we all come in second. Spoilers, Juju comes in third.
So no toxicity, just stupidity. Okay, so the queens came into the workroom one by one, starting with SHAEde. She came to slay.
Wow!
SHAEde!
Yeah,
she's back again. I'm rooting for you.
Okay, this is not America's Next Top Model. Oh my god. So next we have the freak flag of this season, Evie fucking Oddly, who is my bae, and oh my god, that is a glow up girl.
Boy, glow up.
I'm
Trey.
yeah.
And then Miss Trinity the Tack. Trinity is a good drag queen. And that's the positivity. So we'll leave it there. Up next was Miss Monet Exchange. Oh, my fan. Miss Monet Exchange came in. I just want to talk a moment about Monet Exchange's ass walking into the fucking workroom, because hot damn.
Yes.
I thought Trinity was the one who had the ass out of the joint winners, and then Monet walks in with that.
Yes, that is twinning. Those are two perfectly sculpted little butt cheeks, and that is the real meaning of twinning.
Yes. Yeah,
and you can tell where my New Mexico accent comes from, because I didn't say meaning, I said minning. Anyway, next on the roster, and I am so glad that I get this one, we have Jinx Monsoon, and it is monsoon season in my basement. Jinxie looks good. Jinxie looks amazing. Jinxie. Line. Honestly, Jinx kind of looks like my mom.
Jinx looks like everybody's
Have fun
mom.
with that, Abigail.
Next up is your queen, Miss Raja, who was on America's Next Top Model. Look how that worked out.
Okay, Raja has aged like fine usquai, or like fine wine. Like genderless, ageless fucking god is Raja.
Yeah.
Alright, and I get the British person for some reason, because we plan these things in advance.
Yeah.
So the next, we got a little gag with some over the border. Vivian is freaking amazing, and I was so happy to see her on this season.
If only for the fact that someone needs to cut that bitch a check. All she got was
Yes! She didn't get any. She just got to make, she basically came here and just borrowed my green screen. Like, that's not a prize.
It's the fucking Hamburglar is walking in to the workroom, and it's Raven.
I gagged the gaggery, the absolute buffoonery and gaggery of this.
I was cheering so much. I was like, yes!
Bitch got hers! She also got an Emmy.
And they made the point of she was robbed in her cycle. I agree. I don't think she should have won over Tyra Sanchez at the time, and I still don't think she should have.
And Tyra Sanchez has been banished to the wastelands of RuPaul's fracking areas. Like, there's no Tyra Sanchez anymore. Raven is...
I felt that Raven was better in All Stars 1, and I do feel like Raven was robbed. So I'm like, yes, give the bitch a chance. Let her go up against all these fucking winners and show exactly who she is and what she's got and what she does. And then it turns out that she was just here for a bit, and she's not actually... joining. I think it comes down to the fact, if Raven was competing, who's doing Rue's makeup? Would Raven have to do Rue's makeup for the main stage and then prepare herself? And does that put her at an unfair advantage? Who would do it? I mean,
that's a conflict of interest. I don't know if RuPaul's Best Friends race has an ethical board, but I feel like they would need to know about that.
Because reading is a what?
It's like, going into a reading challenge, Jinx can read a bitch and do it in such a sweet way, and you're just
Jinx has a great way of like working clean and still being able to be insanely funny.
It's because I a lot of.
Let's talk about the iconic reads of the night, because we're all about the positivity.
I want to personally thank you for agreeing to come and be the diversity hire this season of Drag Race.
Monet Exchange. Now, not a lot of people know Monet is a very talented singer. That's because she's not.
Evie Oddly.
Your dad is so hot.
I know, right?
What happened?
I know, right?
Roger. You've always been like a sister. You've always been like You've always been like a grandmother to me. Oh, Monet. People are always comparing Monet to Bob the drag queen, and I don't think that's right, and I don't think that's fair. Bob is very talented.
B-O-O-G-E-R-S. Boogers. There we go.
That was delivered to fucking perfection. I thought they all did really well in the reading challenge. Yeah, Jada maybe not quite as good as some of the others, but
They were all funny.
I don't think she bombed in any way. It's like you normally have one who just bombs really bad and you're like, whap, 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 whap. And that wasn't the case. I thought they all did really, really
they
well.
were all fine. And that's, I think, going to be the challenge of this season, is just like stepping it up even more. You've obviously shown you know how to step it up. So
the next part was we had a bit of a walk-in masterclass from Miss Naomi Campbell. But it was a moment that I was like, I didn't really feel like I needed that. And I just kind of felt... I felt at that point it was like, okay, so you're telling me that SHAEde wins this episode. Great. Thanks.
And I'm like, do not clock Raja fucking Gemini's walk, madam. Excuse you? The absolute audacity. Like, where in that tiny dress are you keeping that audacity to clock Raja's walk? Not okay. Okay, so now we have to talk about the gag goop scoop poopery of the new All-Stars rules, which I still don't 100% get.
The rules are that nobody, I repeat, nobody is getting eliminated.
Nobody is getting sent home.
No one is going home. Everyone stays.
Everyone stays
until the end.
Which is
and everyone
something
gets
amazing.
to collect repeater badges.
Which is a missed opportunity, because it should be called a repeater badge because they're repeating their success, versus the legendary, which should be used as a repeater badge. Are you taking notes, World of Wonder? Are you taking notes?
Repeating badge.
Get it? Because they're repeating their success.
Oh, Henny, no.
Here. Anyway, this is my Vivian bit. Am I turning you on?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Like,
Anyway, and the new rules of All Stars Legendary Legends. Are you ready? Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink out of my straw. I'm gonna do it in one breath, as we do on this segment called Baked Takes. In a breath with my straw. So, they get repeater badges. They mean nothing but you can take your stars away from your friends, like it's kindergarten, because this is RuPaul's. Because it's RuPaul's Best Friends race, and we take each other's gold stars because we're bitches. And how do they do it, Mom? How do they show that they have blocked the next queen from being able to win a legendary legend repeater badge.
They give them the platinum plunger, which is gold, not platinum.
It's covered in rhinestones and it's gold.
It's a really shitty thing to do. Why did they give a plunger instead of like chastity pants with like the lock and key? Because it is a cock blocker, it's not a plunger.
You don't use your plunger for sex?
I don't have a plunger. I don't take big enough dumps.
Okay! First of all, we fly on aeroplane, and then we don't need a plunger because we don't take giant shits that clog the toilet. I'm so posh.
We don't use hydrogenated fats, so we don't need big fucking plungers to clean our toilets out.
I didn't remember the library being open.
Anyway, so the show continues. They have to like write some lyrics, perform a song, and then they've got to walk the runway in a crown.
A crown. And I really appreciated Evie Oddly wearing crayons as a crown because it's so Colorado. Because I live right under Colorado. I'm Evie's bottom.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, they went on to perform a song, Legends, apparently, after RuPaul did a song herself.
They really needed to pad out the episode, I think. RuPaul, I love RuPaul's just like one move. And a hot guy, RuPaul just stands there and Charlie hides. And like everybody throws money at them.
To send Charlie Hides home for that lip sync.
He's just
you
stealing.
Come out and do that.
Yes, and you get shovelfuls and dumpsters full of money for doing the exact same moves.
Justice for Charlie Hides.
Welcome to Margaret Thatcher's America, everybody.
Justice for Miss Charlie Hides. Well, they had to do this thing. I didn't really think much of the song.
The song, I don't remember it, and that says a lot. Raja's line is something about my pronouns transcend him, her. You can call me thou. And I was like, yes, you fucking beast! Again, just genderless, ageless, Aes Sedai fuckery, just genius. Raja is the next Amerlin seat. Because you have a lot of really memorable
it's
people.
no read you wrote you, is it? Let's be fair.
Can we pour one out for read you wrote you?
Performance-wise, Monet and Trinity were living their performer fantasy, but everyone was kind of, I don't know, everyone kind of felt like they were really good. It was like they kind of knew what they were doing. It was almost kind of like they were professionals and they had done this
Yeah, it's
before.
almost like they've done it before. Yeah, and then the winners.
The runway.
Bring it to the runway.
I've loved every outfit that came out. I mean, it was great. It was what you would expect from people who know what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
It was great. Who have had a nice paycheck to make
buy those things and get a stylist and know the assignments in advance. Because, they know some of the assignments in advance. And
they knew what they were doing, and it was great. But I have to say, when Raja walked out, I was gagged. My whole jaw just was like, and then and the thing is my jaw was still hanging open when Jinx walked out, and it still stayed in that place. I thought Jinx, I wasn't expecting something like that from Jinx. And it's like, oh look, I'm a queen, but I'm also a little bit of a whore.
Like me too. I'm a queen and a whore.
And yeah, I loved Evie's
Evie's
Crayola.
really happy. The crown of the crowns.
If you had to, if there was a bottom two, who's in the bottom two this week?
Bottom two, or two that I would want to be my bottom?
Oh,
I think Jada, just because I don't remember Jada. Jada was not memorable enough for me, so that's a problem.
Viv would have been in the bottom two as well.
Yeah, just wonderful, beautiful, perfection in their own right, but you're also going up against other perfection. And I think the things that I liked about them I liked more with others.
Oh, let's just, before we finish, talk about the fact that Jada broke my heart in the workroom when she said, you know, she was crowned a winner, but she never got to be a winner because, you know, the Panda Express ruined everything. And yeah, but I did feel for Jada that, you know, she was just like, it's like winning the lottery but not being able to spend it. And
yeah,
poor Jada, poor Viv. I think they need it more, and I'm happy they're both there, even though those were two I was probably not that excited about. I'm rooting for them both now.
And Raven. I'm rooting for Raven.
I'm
Raven
rooting
will
for
win.
Raven. Raven just coming up at the end and being like, I'm in the top 4 now, bitches.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you worked really hard to get your repeater badges, but I, you know, do RuPaul's makeup, so I get to automatically get a buy-in.
Okay, top 2.
Top 2, we find out were
Drum roll.
Shea Coulee and Monet Exchange, and they sang fucking Old MacDonald.
I was living for the fact that
I
they were
loved
singing
it.
I was like, this is like
Because I knew the words!
like tomfoolery I'm here for in Drag Race. This was insane. I love it.
Scat Old MacDonald. I just want everybody to win.
But I am pissed about the fact that that song wasn't saved for a Jinx Monsoon lip sync.
Right?
Because could you imagine if that was Jinx
I
versus
felt
Evie?
for Jinx. I felt for Jinx like this was my song. When they gave us the bank of songs that we had to prepare for RuPaul's Best Friends race, and I saw Scat Old MacDonald, and I did not get to lip sync to Scat Old MacDonald.
That was meant for Jinx, you know, it was meant for Jinx. Okay, well, finally, Shay's the winner. Shay wins the lip sync, and Shay has a big old shitty stick, and she's gonna stir it, and she's gonna give it to one of the queens.
And who is it? It's Trinity the Duke.
The SHAEde
The
of it
Shay of it all. The Shay of it all.
I wonder, is it because she sees Trinity as a competitor, or because she's like, I don't know and I don't care. I just enjoy watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Laters, taters. Eyeglasses. It's just glasses. It's just glasses. Or spectacles. You don't need to say eyeglasses.
Oh, spectacles! Oh, spectacles! Ew! I suppose we're going jumping on a trampoline and playing a croquet. Because we're so posh. With our spectacles. Cast
like-
Russia as Cad Swain!
I feel like we could put that out on our Wheel of Time thing. Because if we put it in our story, like the Wheel of Time showrunner views every single story we put up.
Jay Frodkins. That's your new name. Jay Frodkins! Cast Raja as Cad Swain.